So many people delay retirement because they think they don't have enough money. You don't want to miss out on your healthy years in retirement. Many people overestimate how much they need to live comfortably. There are so many generic formulas out there, like saving 25 times your income, or just a random number like save $1 million. There are so many outdated saving rules. This can cause people to work longer than they need to. Retirement financial anxiety is a real thing. I have a video about this that I'll link below in case you're interested. Using generic formulas can cause you to wait too long to retire, missing out on happy, healthy years you could have had in retirement. If you wait for a perfect number, you miss out on some of your healthy years. The fear of running out of money causes many people to work longer than they need to, so then when they die, they end up with a very large nest egg for their heirs. They oversave. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but for me personally, I think my kids and grandkids will benefit more from the time I'm able to spend with them now while I'm retired and still healthy and active. I'll still leave them with an inheritance, just not a humongous one. People struggle with knowing if they have enough money saved and convincing themselves that they do. It's a math problem, but there's a big emotional factor. The emotional part may be what holds people back the most. Money is only half the risk. How can you be sure you have enough time? Both are risks. You'll really only know if you had enough money if you have money left when you die. Everything else is forecasting. It's a leap of faith. Many expenses decrease in retirement. Even though I knew this, I was still pleasantly surprised that I'm living on less than I had budgeted, and my portfolio is growing at a faster rate than I thought it would. I eliminated work expenses, gas, work clothes, and supplies. As a teacher, I spent so much of my own money on classroom supplies and gifts for students, volunteers, and other coworkers. I'm also in a lower tax bracket now, and that really adds up. And don't forget about Social Security. Retirement doesn't mean you stop making money. You're still earning interest on your money. And maybe you'll have a fun side hustle or other streams of income. Knowing your own personal expenses and spending needs is way more accurate than some random number like $1 million. I have a video about how to figure out how much you need. I'll put a link below in case you're interested. There is no magic number. It takes a lot of planning, and everyone is different. But you may be able to retire well before you had anticipated. Don't let fear keep you from retiring. Of course you want to feel confident when you retire, and if you put in the time planning, you can. People delay retirement because they think they don't have enough money saved. People who think they need to save some random number like $1 million could end up working much longer than they need to. Many people have saved enough years before they realize it. You could be closer than you think you are. There are some great online calculators to help you plan. Bolden, formerly New Retirement, is a favorite of mine. You can run a Monte Carlo projection for free. I've shown this in other videos. Projection Lab is another one I've heard people talking about, and it sounds like a really good one. I'm going to share a new one I just found with you. It's from a website called Engaging Data. I don't know much about this website, so I really can't vouch for how valid it is. But it's pretty cool. I love graphs and data. It's called Rich, Broke, or Dead. I'll link it below. You put in all these values and it shows you your early retirement success and longevity risk. The graph shows the likelihood of your balance being at different levels for every year in your retirement. And it compares it to the probability of dying during this time. Red indicates failure or going broke. Green indicates success or not going broke. I just did a quick estimate here. I didn't spend too much time making sure the amounts were exact. If you hover over things, it will further explain. Spending flex is the percentage you're willing to drop your annual spending if your balance drops below a certain amount. Flex threshold is where you set the level for your portfolio. If it drops below this number, then you'll reduce your spending. Then, just for fun, I lowered my extra income amount. This is my pension and Social Security. I just wanted to show you what could happen. Now you can see some red, which is the possibility of going broke. My pension and Social Security aren't going to go down, but I just wanted to show what it looks like when you have that possibility of going broke. One thing I noticed is the calculator starts with a 4% withdrawal rate. After I put my numbers in, it changed to 8%, so I played around with it for a little bit and figured out that the amount you put in for savings changes that withdrawal rate. So it's 4% for someone with $1 million, but when I put in my $500,000, it changed to 8%. And if I put in $750,000, it changed to 5.3%. So keep that in mind. I only plan on withdrawing 3.5 to maybe 4%, especially in the beginning. I couldn't figure out a way to manually change the safe withdrawal rate. If you figure it out, let me know. But anyway, it says I won't run out of money even with an 8% withdrawal rate, which is a little bit surprising. It's interesting to play around with it. I really like these kind of calculators. Running these kinds of simulations can make you feel more confident. If online tools aren't enough to calm your fears, you can always consult with a fee-only fiduciary financial planner. They can run the numbers with you. You can also talk to friends and family you trust who've done retirement planning. Prioritize your mental and physical health, not your job. The difference between probably enough and definitely more than enough can cost you years of your life. I'm not a financial planner and I don't give financial advice. I'm just sharing my journey and what I've learned. The best thing I think you can do is to plan, research, and run your own personal numbers. It's a complicated and subjective decision, but your life and time are valuable. Money is important for keeping food in your stomach and a roof over your head. After that, most of the large amounts of money people think they need, they just don't. You may never feel like you have enough money, but another resource to think about is your time and your health. I could have worked longer and would have made more money, but it probably would have been money that I would have left to my kids. More years working does equal more money, but more years in retirement means everything to me. Time with my family, my grandkids, and my friends. Early retirement is the best thing I ever did for myself. Did you or do you feel confident retiring with a certain number? What did you do to feel more confident? If you want to share, feel free to leave a comment. If you're seeing me for the first time, hi, I'm Julie and this channel's Happy on Monday. Thanks for joining me. If you found this helpful, please like. And if you're interested in early retirement, consider subscribing. I'm going to leave you with a quote. The truly rich are those who enjoy what they have. Hope to see you again soon.